Good day, happy travelers, vacation travel hacks here, getting excited because we are going to Disney World on Sunday and today is Thursday. And when I think of Disney World, I think of three things, perhaps in this order. I think of the castle in the Magic Kingdom. I think of the kitchen sink at Beaches and Cream over there at the Beach Club, and I think steak. And your top three might be different. But today we're going to talk about the top five, my opinion, of course, steak places. If you have a steak experience that you feel passionate about, this is for the people. I put this not on the gram, it's on the tube. But if you think that other people should hear about your favorite steak place, drop something in the comments. Even a link to your own YouTube is acceptable on my channel because I'm not paid to do this. I'm just doing it because I like the sound of my own voice. Perhaps you do too. Let's get into the steak. Let's start the Contemporary Resort Steakhouse 71. Kind of in the basement of the Contemporary Resort, kind of a cozy feel, pretty good for a family gathering, but maybe even a date night. Ironically, Steakhouse 71, if you look at this, team, that's not a picture of steak. That's a picture of their pork chop. And so that's, well, there you go. That's fun with pictures. So let's get into the steak here. When I had the 10-ounce New York strip steak, I prefer a strip steak if I don't necessarily trust the place to do a solid ribeye, just based on the level of marbling, because with the New York strip steak, as you may or may not know, a lot of the fat can be easily cut off because it's on the outer perimeter of the cut. So I had the strip steak. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was enjoyable. As we'll get into it, I am a steak guy that enjoys A1 steak sauce. Some people like ketchup, and some people will say, blasphemy, sir, blasphemy. If you put any sauce on a steak, you are a disgrace to the steak industry. Team, I'm a disgrace. I enjoy A1 steak sauce. I enjoy it, but the seasoning on the steak, I can try it without. It's just better with. All steaks are better with. I got mine medium rare. Tried it without. The seasoning was pretty good. It was tender, and then I had it with my steak sauce, and life was good. So these are the prices. This is what's here. Maybe you don't want to eat steak every night because heck, it's $40 without even getting into the drink and the appetizers. These are some of the sides you can choose from. You can choose one side and one sauce. So I had the au gratin potatoes. It was good, kind of cooked in bulk. It was good, better than Betty Crocker. The appetizers, you don't have to have them, but if you're an appetizer person, nothing says appetizer like bacon and eggs. There you go. Here's the sauces. If you want to try a lot of sauces, a flight, you might have heard of flight of wines, flight of beers. Steakhouse 71 team, they do a flight of sauces. And how many? Just like the dwarves, there's seven sauces. Enjoy. And then there's some additional entrees that are not meat related. They are, other options. Dessert options, and I want to show you, just in case you're bringing people like kids that maybe aren't steak people, here are some options for the children. Who doesn't love a cheeseburger? And the Steakhouse 71 chocolate cake, I recommend it because who doesn't recommend a chocolate cake? Let's go on to the next one. The Yachtsman Steakhouse over at the Yachts Club. When you get done with that, if you have room, walk next door and try to get a kitchen sink. This has limited hours. It's only open 4 hours a day. The other place is open a lot. This is a really good experience. I would say the environment is elegant, fancy. I would even go, so maybe even fancier than me. And I'm not a fancy guy, but steaks, here you go. I recommend the 16-ounce ribeye. I had mentioned a little earlier that I don't necessarily know if I can trust some places to do it. For $57, I trust you. The butcher cut, if you're using terms like butcher cuts, I trust you. And the marbling was done right, cooked medium rare, just right. The seasoning, it's got like that. If it's a good steak team, if you had a bad steak, you probably don't understand this term, like melts in your mouth like butter. That's if a steak's done right, it melts in your mouth like butter. And this one does. It has the texture, the flavor, the seasonings, and the environment. So if this is an anniversary, graduation, celebration, whatever, just a special occasion, or heck, there is no wrong, occasion that, wouldn't call for a steak. It could be, hey, look, team, it is Thursday morning at 9:08 a.m. I feel like steak, and that is a reason enough to celebrate. I celebrate you. Enjoy it, except this place isn't open yet. Doesn't open until 5, so you'd have to eat somewhere else. There's some, if you don't think the steak is enough, you can add some crab and asparagus to your steak. You can add a half of a lobster. If you need some sauces, you can add some sauces. If you want something other than steak, they have some other options here for you. The kids, that is on the next slide. There's some sides that you can add. The truffle mac and cheese, I recommend. But maybe you're a baked potato person. You got cheddar butter here, but it's from Vermont, so they got to say it's Vermont cheddar butter. That's fancy. I mean, listen, like, name a place that you go to. When you go to like Outback Steakhouse, you're just getting butter on that thing. Not here, not this place. It's cheddar butter. It's from Vermont. It's fantastic. What are your kids going to eat? How about some fish of the day? How about a skewer of oak grilled steak? It's cut for you so you can enjoy your meal. That's nice. I like enjoying my meal instead of cutting their steak. Let it cool down and get all like not fresh. Nah, here, kid, here's some beef on a stick. Enjoy. I'm going to cut mine up like a civilized person. Let's go to the Brown Derby. Now this, we're getting away from the fancy, like steak dedicated places. But these next two places, they're good steak. They are still good steaks. You can enjoy them. This one's located in the Hollywood Studios, and you don't have a lot of options of steak. But the filet, if you were only going to have like a steak, you talk about melt in your mouth deliciousness. The filet is supposed to be precisely that. $49. It's kind of thick. You could butterfly it. I don't butterfly it here, but in the next place, it's typically a way thicker cut, so I do butterfly it, and it makes it last longer. It's a good steak. And there's other stuff here. And the cool thing about the Brown Derby is I think it's one of the nicer restaurants in Hollywood Studios. So, if you're in the area and your schedule permits it, something to look at. And they have the Fantasmic dinner package. This is one of the places that's part of it. So you can enjoy it. We'll move on here. What can your kids eat? There's some stuff here for your kids to eat, and that is good for them. Maybe they're not a steak person, but they're a hot dog person. I like hot dogs. Be our guest, second to last one here, team. Yes, it's the environment. Look at this. Look how grand, and this is all just absolutely fantastic, right? The seating, the ambiance, and the beast is there. When we get in here, you get it's a prefix meal, $67 a person, about $20 or so less than that for kids. Everyone picks an appetizer. Everyone picks an entree. The grilled filet, I butterfly it, cook it medium rare, fantastic. Yes, the environment is great, but the food is great here as well. I pair it with the French onion soup. I'm not much of a wine guy. I drink it with iced tea. And that's good. But if you're a person like, hey, I would pair that with 2020 Merlot from Versailles. Enjoy, have at it. I'm just a steak guy. I can enjoy a steak with a steak and some iced tea, maybe even a water. That's fun. Got a kids create your own appetizer. What are your kids going to eat? They got some stuff here to eat. The grilled beef tenderloin, you get to cut that one. Doesn't come on sticks. You cut it, then you eat your food. Enjoy. Unless your kids know how to cut a steak. Team, we saved the best for last. This is my favorite steakhouse in all the Disney properties. Just look at that cut, appropriately seasoned. Let's get into it. The prices are similar to the Yachtsman. First time I ate here was on the Disney dining plan pre-COVID. So it must have been 2018. I got this is a 2-credit place. I got the prime rib dinner for two. Oh, no. Porterhouse steak for two for me, just me. and that cost me 4 credits because it's 2 credits a person. So we estimated that my steak cost me somewhere along the lines of $155, but it was fantastic. And that's what you got to do. They don't have that anymore. But what do they do have? I've had the strip steak, just in case I've had ribeye before. I've also had the ribeye. Both are fantastic. Both are spectacular, and I recommend them wholeheartedly. The filet, there's so many other places sell fillets. I try to mix it up. The seasoning is great. It's cooked expertly. The marbling is good. It is. And the environment, the environment is, you go to Disney, it's not because it's just roller coasters on rails going around and queues. There's theming, and just like Be Our Guest, this is kind of like you went over to Vancouver, British Columbia, kind of woodsy, kind of, like a castle. You're in the basement. It's cozy. It's well done. It's my favorite place. It's definitely my favorite place. There's stuff you can add. Baked smoked. I get the mac and cheese. See, that's how fancy I am. Baked smoked Gouda. There's appetizers you can get. We don't get these. We get the poutine, which is on a different slide. So I highly recommend the poutine. It's fries with gravy, essentially. So that's tasty. And what will your kids eat? How about some grilled steak with gravy? Remember, you got to cut it. Then you can enjoy your meal. Cut efficiently, cut fast. Time is money. And then if you're still hungry, there's some stuff to wrap it down. So, hey, that is the top steak places. If there's one that you're like, oh, no, this guy made a mistake. He needs to try this one. I'm passionate about this one. Hey, sharing is caring. That's why we're on the tube. Go put it on the gram. These are the places that I've tried that I can recommend. And this is, I did it in the spirit of showing that maybe not everyone wants a steak. Here's some other stuff too. So I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to Disney World very soon. And so sharing is caring. I'll see you, team.